What is the best video game for couples to play? Here are the games my BF and I play. Most of the games we play are PC games and we play with controllers. I will note, if they are not PC, we are both game nerds, so we play some obscure things sometimes. Overcooked, my guy and I love it. It is challenging, silly and fun. It is also a coop style game, so you need to communicate, plan and support to be able to complete some of the super hard levels. Supports up to 4 players. Cuphead, OMG hard, side-scrolling shooter game done in the style of 1930s cartoons, hand animated, and a Netflix show coming out soon. I suck at it, but we still have fun with it. For up to 2 players. Lego games, Xbox 360, fun, nostalgic, story-based and lots of game options. We are currently playing Lego Star Wars and Pirates of the Caribbean. Various emulator games. We have played arcade games on emulator. Last one was TMNT Arcade. Later got to play the actual machine at a convention and beat it. We have even played games that are older than us, both 37. I play this game with my daughter. The first time we played head to head, she made the mistake of putting her fire extinguisher on the middle shelf, where I could reach. I immediately noticed, grabbed it and put it over on my side. Once her kitchen started to go up in flames, I turned on the fire extinguisher and did circles in the middle of the floor while her entire kitchen burned. If that's not parenting, I don't know what is. All depends on what kind of games you're into, but me and my wife have really enjoyed Minecraft. She loves to build, I love to explore and set up farms and shit. Resident Evil 5. Nothing is as ostentatious a show of love as saving your wife from a chainsaw man or vice versa. Edit. Vice versa as in me saving her from the chainsaw man. Though I guess in the end he is the one who truly needed saving. Rayman Legends. Good platforming fun. You can easily knock your friends into their death though, so this one is a marriage tester. Gang Beasts. With other friends as well. She loves this game. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1/2/3. Finding the first 2 may be tedious, edit, to find, but the third is out on Switch and very solid, if you like arcade brawlers. Divinity, Original Sin, 1 and 2. Local co-op on PS4, and I think PC as well. We love this game. It's basically D&D in video game form. Dungeons and Dragons. We play 3.5e course, that's what we learned on IDM to campaigns that she is a player in, and we also play in 2 other campaigns that aren't by different friends of ours. She also just likes to watch me play more cinematic games like The Last of Us, which she was very invested in. We switch off games like Splatoon 2 and Katamari as well. My son and I have played all the Lego video games countless times. They're a blast without being too intense for someone who isn't that into video games. We don't enjoy the newest ones quite as much because they've tried to make them cooler without adding any challenge. Tap O repeatedly while your character does cool moves, but they are still fun. I'd recommend Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, and Lego Batman second to start, especially if you're a fan of any of those franchises. Edit. People have shamed me for leaving off Lego Star Wars, the complete saga, and they are right to do it. It's an awesome Lego game. Next year there's Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, and I'm counting down the days. If you're so as into action games, Borderlands, Sniper Elite, Left 4 Dead, also Battle Royales. If you're so as into non-violent games, Stardew Valley, Factorio, Minecraft, Terraria, Starbound, Don't Starve Together, etc. If you're so as not used to video games, story-driven games you can play together such as the Red Strings Club, Oxenfree, Life is Strange, Telltale games in general. If you're so as into board game/party games, Monster Prom, Tricky Towers, Town of Salem, etc. Would also recommend Dungeon of the Endless, Coop Tower Defense Dungeon Crawler, and The Escapists 2, Silly Prison Break Sim. My wife and I play Don't Starve Together a lot on the PC. We both have our own PCs, and it is such a great time. Edit. First ever gold. That is awesome. Thanks a ton. Besides DST, my wife and I love playing single-player detective games, where you need to solve an overarching mystery. We get addicted, and we must complete it together, and she usually watches and helps solve, while I do the actual playing. They are a slow burn with hardly any action, and are great to spend time with a partner on. Examples are, The Payne's Creek Killings and Return of the Obra Dinners are two favorites we spent dedicated time together on. My boyfriend always yells at me and barks orders. He's very sweet, but the moment we start playing Overcooked he can't seem to hide his disdain and frustration. He doesn't even want to play anymore, because he doesn't like who he turns into. Towerfall on the other hand, were fucking pros. Edit. For a better picture, he basically turns into Dennis Reynolds in Philly Traffic. Edit 2. I think some of y'all are reading too much into this. I once played as the killer for my husband and his friends. The previous killers made the mistake of constantly talking and giving away where they were. Me. I was very quietly patient, while they blabbed and got drunker. I slipped up, because I couldn't help giggling, when I was about to pounce on one of them. They were creeped out and loved it. My friends and I do something special for DBD. We deafen the killer in Discord, but don't mute them, so the survivors can talk amongst themselves while listening to the killer hunt them down while taunting them. I'd recommend giving it a shot. It's super fun. My GF is really enjoying it. She isn't a huge gamer, so I figured after trying it, she would get tired of the slower turn-based combat and all the managing of gear and skills. But I'm both glad and surprised she likes it. We are doing a lone wolf run with just the two of us on the easiest difficulty, so it's pretty stress-free. She's already said she wants to play through again, and has decided she will meticulously keep up with the quest log, so we do everything we possibly can. Edit. She was pretty sad over the fate of Peeper, if you did that quest. Wow. This comment really struck me. Had a beautiful relationship with the one that got away. We played CSGO together a lot, and would do a lot of 1v1 custom maps for practice. I wouldn't even hold back on her, as she was a very competitive person herself. I'd even tease her, and make fun of her whenever winning. Our 3-year relationship survived all that, but the death sentence began, when we tried League of Legends together. My fiance and I started playing RL together. Then I started playing online, and then started playing ranked. She stopped wanting to play with me, even after we would change the settings to unlimited 10x boost and low gravity. Yeah, I had the opposite experience with buying my GF Rocket League to play together. She tried a few games, has fun, while playing hit the ball like any beginner. Then she'll look over at me playing an online match and go, yup, I'm out. She's not looking to have to invest the time to get to a level where she'd feel like she'll have fun playing with me. I'll tell her that's not necessary, but she ain't trying to hear it. I remember an ex and I going though Gears of War 2 on insanity. We were trying to beat the game faster than friends who were also co-opting together. She was good, better than she gave herself credit for. But there were several times I saw she was about to die, so I went and died faster. We also had date nights on Halo 3 Forge. We had originally met playing Halo 3 with a mutual friend. It wasn't until the Fable 2 release date that we started talking though. We realized we were the only other person who was playing it on our friends list, so that's how we got to know each other better. For some clarification, it was an online only relationship. I lived in Texas and she lived in Canada. We never met in person, so video games were really our only medium. We broke up due to distance related issues just shy of a year and a half. Last I heard she's married. Hope she's doing well, wherever she is. I still have her added on Sparks, if she ever pops back online again. If one of you is a gamer, but the other isn't, surprisingly, Pokemon Go. Go for a walk, talk to each other, catch critters. Nice casual date. Card games like Hearthstone could be easily learned, and surprisingly I learned recently that non-gamer adults find Spyro to be easily learned and enjoyed. Edit 2. Holy crap, I forgot about the Jackbox party games. They're meant more for a group of friends to play, but if my BF and I can get our family members to play it with us, you can pretty much drag along anyone to play it. Lots of trivia games and hilarious stuff. You just need one big screen and your phones to play it. If you both like games, but one of you prefers to watch as opposed to play, literally any horror or puzzle game. Note, only play horror games if the player is capable of handling the other randomly jumping at nothing or randomly freaking out. No, I'm not saying that, as if I'm that person or anything. If you're both gamers looking for a fun time, Stardew Valley, Terraria, the Halo franchise, Portal 2, Dynasty Warriors / any of their Nintendo spin-off counterparts, Diablo 2 / Diablo 3, WoW or Destiny, if you're into MMOs, Binding of Isaac, Rebirth, specifically the anti-birth mod for enhanced fun, we were here, and we were here too, great. Teamwork games. If you're both gamers and you really want to test the boundaries between fun and rage because whatever, Overcooked, the older Mario parties, Mario Kart, Manuel Samuel, Cooks Are Delicious, 1 and 2, Octodad, Super Smash Bros., unless you're playing with computers and items added. Edit. I wanted to add, if you're both gamers and you are also both fans of puzzle games, The Witness is another interesting game. It's mind-boggling and needs to have an evening dedicated to it, as well as pen and paper. My boyfriend and I did a playthrough of it, and by the end we had a dozen pictures on our phones and 12 pages of scribbled down nonsense like patients in an asylum slowly going through a mental breakdown. This would be under the rage category mostly, but it's by far one of the more memorable experiences I've had with my partner playing video games. Edit 3. Jesus fuck, I post this on my lunch break at work and get over 100 messages. Thanks for giving me a heart attack y'all. I kid. Though for real, some of you reminded me of some great games I forgot. For the more complex communicative or age-inducing games, Cuphead, Surgeon Simulator, Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, Enter the Gungeon, Bloodborne or Dark Souls, if you both have copies of the games. For more accessible, beginner-friendly games, or for gamers looking for a fun time, Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time, Borderlands, Guild Wars 2, FF14 and Old School RuneScape for MMO fans, Monster Hunter World, Payday 2, GTA 5 Online, Risk of Rain 2, Rust. For the watchers, visual novel or story games are definitely a good pick. Until Dawn, Walking Dead, The Wolf Among Us, Life is Strange, The Last of Us. I'm 100% sure I've missed a lot of suggestions, so just keep going through this thread honestly, and you'll probably find a lot of suggestions for you and your partner to check out. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you would like to see more, feel free to subscribe.